what is truth? Today we're going to talk about what may very well be the most famous UFO ever found, the Kecksburg UFO, on December 9th, 1965. Residents in and around Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, which is near Pittsburgh, reported seeing strange lights in the sky. At first they thought it was a meteor shower, but then soon realized that there were no meteors hitting the ground. So then they started to wonder what the heck was going on. Later that evening, someone from the town went out to investigate, and they ended up finding this metallic object half buried in a hillside covered in leaves. It was shaped like a bell and was made of some sort of metal. There were also an assortment of symbols all over the outside of it. Some of the locals even reported hearing strange noises coming from inside the object. After seeing this bizarre object, word quickly got out and soon many people had gathered around it. A local newspaper from the area even sent a photographer to the scene, but when he arrived, he was told by an authority that it was, quote, just a large meteorite. You see, there was a US Air Force officer who lived nearby, and he heard about this strange object in the woods, so he went to check it out for himself. He later said that when he saw it, it was clearly a man-made object. He then called up the base and asked if they could send over some specialists to investigate. But before they got there, someone came along, grabbed the object, and drove off into the night. Now, despite this strange occurrence, the official story still held that it was just a meteorite, but this Air Force officer didn't buy it. He investigated further and learned that the local farmer had taken the object to his barn. The officer then went to the barn and looked at it and took some measurements and made a drawing of it. He noticed that it had a strange corkscrew pattern, which he believed was some sort of identification. But because of the angle the light was hitting it, he couldn't make out what it said. He then took the object back to the base, where it was x-rayed, photographed, and placed in a vault for safekeeping. That is where it stayed for nearly 20 years, until 1984, when the Air Force finally declassified the documents regarding the case and made them available to the public. This sparked a media frenzy, and suddenly everyone was talking about the Kecksburg UFO again. Many people wanted to know why the government had been hiding this thing for so long. Was it really a UFO? And if so, where was it now? Well, according to the official story, it was just a meteorite. However, the people who actually investigated the object said otherwise. One of the men who examined it said that if it was a meteorite, then so am I, a space alien. So what could this mysterious object be? Well, one of the more popular theories is that it was a time machine from the Nazis, you see. During World War II, the Germans were secretly working on a time travel device known as the Vril 7. They believed that it would allow them to go back in time and alter history in such a way that Germany would win the war. However, as the war began to turn against them, they began to consider using it to travel to other planets instead. Some believe that they actually did use it to travel to another planet, and that this is what the Kecksburg UFO was, a crashed Nazi UFO. Regardless, the official story still stands that it was just a meteorite. But considering the strange behavior of the authorities, the conflicting reports, and the fact that we have never seen anything like it since, maybe it really was a UFO, or maybe it was something else entirely. What is truth? Let me know in the comments below.